Agriculture was a specific mechanical technology. Now we've got a technology that's really just ubiquitous. It's across the board. Artificial intelligence is something that's just scaling across our entire economy. It's not something that's impacting just one sector. It's something that literally is everywhere. And as a result, it means that there isn't really going to be any safe haven for workers.
What makes the new technology so ubiquitous is the development of a new virtual world, the world of big data.
Well, big data essentially is the collection and use of just massive amounts of data. And in big corporations, for example, these companies are collecting all kinds of information about their customers, about their business operations, about the actual processes in industrial environments and factories, about the things that their employees are doing. All of this data essentially becomes a kind of feedstock for these smart algorithms. It becomes the information that they use to learn and basically to figure out how to do things. And that's something that is just going to be, I think, dramatically disruptive going forward.
The total data stored on the world's computers is now believed to be well over 1,000 billion gigabytes. And it is big data which is driving the most disruptive advance in technology, the ability of machines to think.
One thing that you'll very often hear people say, even today, is that computers only do what their programs do. And this is really not right anymore. And the reason it's not right is basically because of machine learning, because we now have this technology that allows smart software algorithms to look at data and based on that to learn how to do things, to figure things out, to make predictions. So it really is no longer the case that some human being is sitting down and telling a computer exactly what to do step by step. Computers are now having the ability to figure that out for themselves. You can imagine a future where every device, every appliance, all kinds of industrial equipment, everything communicates and talks to each other. And I think that one of the things will happen is that artificial intelligence will kind of use that as a platform. It will scale across all of that. Everything will become more intelligent.
The last great technological advance saw robots replace millions of blue-collar jobs in factories and on production lines. Martin believes this new disruption is going to target the white-collar workforce as well.
Once a computer learns to do something, then that information can be scalable out to any number of machines. So it's almost as like you can imagine having a workforce of people and you could train one employee to do a particular task, and then you could clone that worker and have a whole army of those workers. That's a bit like the way artificial intelligence works. So machine learning is very scalable. If you've got the kind of job where someone else, another smart person, could maybe watch what you're doing or study everything you've done in the past and figure out how to do your job, then it's a pretty good bet that eventually there'll be an algorithm that will come along and be able to do, essentially that same approach. So that's a lot of jobs.
Many of the jobs which might be displaced are those currently occupied by educated, highly paid workers.
So you can see really across the board that anyone sitting in front of a computer doing some sort of routine, predictable knowledge work, for example, if they're cranking out the same report,